Hi Pisces, welcome to Medicine Crow Tarot for your love energy reading for September. This applies to your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Pisces. The energies are general, so they may not all apply, so just take whatever resonates and forget the rest. If you do find the reading helpful and it resonates with you, feel free to like, share, or subscribe. And if you feel like leaving a comment, that'd be great as well. Okay, now this energy reading isn't going to be for you specifically, actually. It's going to be for your person of interest. And what we're going to do is just kind of take a sneak peek at the love energy that they are working in right now. So let's start out by having a look at what's on their mind. What's the energy of their thoughts right now? Okay, so right now we got the King of Cups going on. King of Cups energy that's fairly romantic, I think, in this case. But it's a mature romantic, which means that this is a person who's fairly self-contained emotionally. They're not needy. They aren't. Their interest in the relationship, well, their headspace, let's say, in terms of a relationship, the romantic side of them is well developed. Yeah, they don't seem to be struggling. Let's get a clarifier on it just to see if there's a little bit more direction we can see here. And it's a really positive card to have in the headspace of somebody else. And also your person of interest, this is a mature energy, so it seems like they could be an older person, older than you, more mature, and bringing that emotional maturity and that energy to the relationship. Okay, so for the clarifier, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So it's kind of like I said, there's some self-sufficiency going on here. It's a very grounded energy this person is bringing. But with the Wheel of Fortune, that's a kind of energy that is indicating a change in the wind, maybe. And not saying that, oh yeah, this person is no longer going to be emotionally independent. It's just saying that I think they're wanting to connect. This is a person who's moving in a place that they're prepared to make a connection. So it's not somebody who's going to be emotionally unavailable. So that's good. Let's see what their heart space is got going on. It's nice when they agree. Humans are very complex. It seems like this person's also maybe, the way he's holding that cup, and it's got that heart coming out, it's like ready to make some type of an offer. Here we have, this is the Five of Swords, but in this deck, the Five of Swords, it doesn't represent contention itself. This deck actually has the Five of Swords representative of transformation of something that's been difficult. And you can see the smith is actually working a sword. So he's taking the swords of contention, the points of contention, and trying to transform them into something else. So it's possible that this person really views relationships as something, previously viewed them as something external, not internal. Like, maybe they're difficult or inconvenient or something like that, but that they've had a kind of change of heart I guess you could say. They've had a change of heart about the roles of relationships and how they fit in a self-contained person's life. Yeah, that seems like the type of perspective you would want from somebody who is represented by the King of Cups, someone with that more mature emotional content. With that Nine of Pentacles, it's a grounded, independent energy. And the Wheel of Fortune, the change has come upon them. It's almost like the universe has said, look, you've done really well on your own. I think you can learn some more by being in a relationship. But the king is not somebody who really does that kind of thing per se. And so it's like, yeah, there has to be a little bit of a transformation going on here. And, there might have been some mild amount of resistance. Here we have the King of Swords popping up as a clarifier for that energy. And that does kind of back up what I was saying about, maybe the position, his opinion on relationships previously has been, why would I need a relationship? I'm, perfectly happy doing what I do and living my life the way I live my life. But, the universe has something else in mind. And in this case, it seems like, perhaps your interest is the hand of God here. But at any rate, yeah, it's not something he's necessarily wanted to do, but maybe knows that it's what he should be doing. So I feel like it's generally a good balancing of King of Cups with King of Swords, since the King of Cups is the primary card and the King of Swords is only a clarifier. I think it's a little more dominant, that he appears to be on the verge of learning that lesson, especially with that Wheel of Fortune going on, like I said. So let's see how this possibly conflicted energy will manifest in the physical world. Okay, so 2 cards fell out, and I kind of feel like I want to keep them both. So we've got the Devil card and we got the Chariot going on here. So to me, I feel like what that represents is maybe he was being a little bit stubborn before and kind of holding his guns a little bit too much. But that the Chariot represents the energy to transform or change that in actually how he behaves. So I feel like that's a good sign for going forward. Yeah, I feel like he's just ready for change. Devil energy in this case, I feel like it does represent kind of like changing the old habit, changing maybe there is a bit of stubbornness involved. And I feel like there is a bit of sexuality in that energy as well, but the sexuality in a good way. Like maybe he's starting to feel like he wants to connect physically. And that's part of what is driving this, this desire for him to connect and change, or the need, I guess, for him to do so, or him or her. It's a king, so I just said him, but it could be a female. Okay, so we've got a little conversation happening here. I would say that when the cards pop out the way they do, I like to take them as a comment, like a single comment. And so here we have the 6 of Swords with the 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and then the Sun. So to me, that's like, it's basically a little description of this guy's forward movement. It's like, yeah, like he's ready to make the change, but really want to. It's almost like kind of a pain in the butt to do it. But it needs to happen, um, with the acknowledgement that it's not 100% voluntary. I feel like there's a couple of energies actually in here. Um, that's one of the energies. And with the sun as the outcome, obviously, this is a very good, it's like a successful transition for this person. Okay. The other energy, if it's not specifically this, super independent person emotionally, it's that this person actually has gone through some conflict that's roughed them up a bit. Not a ton, but just enough that they grew from it, to the next level. And the next level is the King of Cups. So, that's their loss, your gain for whoever they broke up with recently. And in this case, I would even say it looks like, this person probably had to leave the situation, because they outgrew it. And it did result in them learning a good, strong lesson of emotional independence, but not disconnection. Okay, there's a difference. Disconnection is when they're emotionally unavailable, but still wanting the relationship. This is not that. This is healthy. This is a good clean break. And we've got the 10 here. We've got 2 10s here. This is a really good energy, in terms of just moving forward, getting this show on the road. So let's just do an advice kind of card for you, in how to proceed forward with this person. This could be like a peek into them or a peek into you. It's just what's the most important energy for you to know about here. And what we get is the goddess of nature. You reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. So I feel like this is a mirrored energy for both of you. In this case, there's a really beautiful, what they lose is your gain for the person this guy broke up with, or this king broke up with. Again, it's not gender specific. This is guy or girl. But it's definitely a very healthy move forward for both of you in this case. This makes me really happy, actually. This is such a positive card. All these cards are very positive energies. And then when you've got the sun here, clarifying the physical manifestation of the energy, and then a little promise, you reap what you sow, with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's literally just, it's a very good step forward. I think you're going to have a nice next energy with this person. So hopefully this has resonated with some of you. If you found it helpful, leave a comment, or like, share, and subscribe if you feel as well. Again, if it's a general reading, if it didn't resonate, just take what did and forget the rest. Thanks for joining Medicine Crow Tarot today, and I will see you next time.